One day, Edward the Blue Engine was at Kildane's scrapyards, delivering scrap to be melted down. As he got there, though, he spotted a familiar diesel shunter outside the scrapper shed.
Well, well, well. Look who decided to come and see little old me on the last day of my life.
Bert? Is that you? What on earth are you doing here? Where's Harry?
Harry? Oh, he's right over there.
My goodness! Bert, what's happening?
Didn't you hear? The Soda Ironworks has gone bankrupt. The owner got into some shady business and, well, you can kind of guess what happened next.
Oh dear. Is there anything I can do to help?
Why should you care? All I ever did was ridicule you steamies by saying you'll meet the end very soon. Why should you give me any pity? And besides, no one wanted us. Not even the Fat Controller wishes to buy us. To be honest, I don't blame him one bit. He may be a generous man, but even he can't save everybody.
Well, I won't deny, while there are many very lucky engines, you are indeed correct. Not everyone can be saved from scrap. Even here, I suppose.
It's ironic. All my life I always said you steamers would one day end up on the scrap heap one way or another. How the tables have turned. Never thought I'd be the one to receive the same fate. Or rather, I did. Just not this soon.
You thought something like that? When? And how long ago did this start?
You wanna know? Not sure you'll believe me or not.
I think you'll find I'm a little more empathetic than I appear to be.
Why do you want to help me? I'm not your friend. Never was, and I probably won't ever be.
Maybe not. But even I know it's not right to leave someone to suffer alone. Whatever's on your mind, you can tell me. So please, tell me what made you like this and let me help you while you still have life left.
Fine. Your funeral. You might as well get comfortable. This isn't exactly an easy story to tell.
And this is a story Bert told. Several years ago, back when the ironworks was still in business, a long green diesel came into the transfer yards with a very special delivery for the twins.
Hey, Phineas! Long time no see.
Ah, Harold, Hilbert. Just the diesels I wanted to meet. What's that you got here? Some construction workers found this pile of scrap metal in a mine while they were blasting. It's in far too much poor condition to restore, so they're selling it for scrap to be broken down and reused for construction materials. As soon as I laid eyes on it, I immediately thought of you two, and so I had to bring it here directly to you.
Good thing you did. Oi, Bert, do me a favor. Take this slag to the scrapper shed to be broken up.
Why me? Couldn't you do it?
I could, but it's been a while since I've seen this green pickle. I want to stay with him for a while to catch up with him. I won't be long.
Fine. Don't booze yourself for too long.
Later, Bert pulled the rusted engine's metal husk inside the scrapper shed. As he did so, he couldn't help but smirk.
Another steamy to scrap and meltdown. Too bad you won't ever run again. There's a reason us diesels are superior to steamies, after all.
That may be so, but for how long?
Bert froze in fear for a moment. Then he decoupled from the flatbed and backed out of the shed to examine the engine. It was then that Bert realized that he never got a good look at the engine's face, until now. The engine's face was old and decrepit, but he still had a sinister look in his eyes.
So, you've still got some life left in you, huh?
I've lost my life long ago, but yours will soon come to pass. I can feel it.
What are you talking about, Kettle? Everything gets worn down and replaced at some point, and your time's come up. Got any final words today while you still have time to breathe them?
Actually, yes, I do. You said it yourself, didn't you? Everything gets worn down and has to be replaced eventually. Steam had its time to shine, and even today continues to be scrapped around the world. But one day soon, the same will happen to you.
Pfft, that'll never happen.
Don't let the appearance fool you. You and I are alike, my fellow rooster. I used to say the exact same thing about myself long ago. You see, I was a lot like you back then. So young, so stuck up, and with a very high opinion of myself.
Say your prayers, old-timer. Your days of steaming are over, and I'll be taking the spotlight from now on.
I wouldn't count your chickens before they hatch just yet, Abelard. Were it not for me, you wouldn't even be running these rails. And besides, while I may be on my last few wheels, how long do you think it'll be before you come to the same fate?
Ha! In your dreams, Kettle. You're outdated, while I'm modern and up to date. I will outshine you and all others for years to come. Just you wait and see.
As you can probably tell, I used to be the pride of the line. I believed myself to be invincible. Now look at me, a mere shadow of my former self. And one day soon, you will fall under the same fate.
That's not true. I can't possibly.
Deny it all you want, but mark my words, it will happen, one way or another. That's the fate of all locomotives, no matter how much you attempt to delay the inevitable. And when it does happen to you, well, don't come to me crying for mercy. Now run along, little shunter, and think about what I told you.
Oi, Bert! What are you standing there for? And who do you think you're talking to?
Oh, I was just talking to that steam engine. He was just ranting on about some nonsense about us being scrapped and replaced later down the road.
What the bloody hell are you on about, Bert?
I know, foolishness, am I right?
Oh, I mean, what are you talking about? I only heard you talking to yourself and no one else.
Huh? But...
Right. Now come along. We can't keep Phineas waiting for us any longer.
Right, of course. And ever since that day, I still question what happened. But the engine's words never left me, and I mulled over them for 30 years. Now that it's finally happening, guess it's you steamies that'll have the last laugh all along, huh? But, listen to me. It's never easy thinking about the last few moments of your life. I admit, I do not fully understand how it feels myself. But I can tell you this. You live the life you wish to have, and so long as you are proud of it, I'm happy for you. But even death is not the end for you. Death is merely the beginning of a brand new adventure. No one can really say for sure what comes next afterwards. But so long as you believe with all your heart that everything will be okay after you've gone, it may not even feel as bad for you either. You'll get to be with your brother again, and perhaps many more. Heh. I never really was one for uplifting speeches. But you know what? You're alright, Edward. Perhaps I treated you too harshly after all. I only wish I could take it all back.
There's nothing you need to apologize for. I'm already proud of you for what you've done. I wish I could save you, believe me. If I'd known about this sooner, perhaps I would have.
Don't mention it, Ed. I've accepted my fate. Thanks for the company, though. Well, the scrap is coming. Better get out of here quick before you see my innards.
Very well. Farewell, Bert. Until we meet again in another lifetime. And with that, Edward departed from the scrapyard, leaving Bert all alone to spend the last few seconds of his life.
So, the Ironworks twins are really gone then?
They are indeed, Paxton. They are indeed.
But if the Ironworks is gone, then where are we going to get all of our steel from?
The Fat Controller just entered a partnership with the steelworks on the mainland. I think it's in Bridlington or something? I don't know.
Oh, that's a relief to hear. But I do wish Harry and Bert weren't scrapped. I never even got to say goodbye to them. They may not have been the nicest of engines, but they got their job done well all the same.
As do we all, Paxton. But sadly, some things don't last forever. However, we shouldn't focus on the bad things that happen in life. Instead, think more about the good things we have now, as well as the best memories of our lives, and treasure them. For without them, we never have a reason to live.
Yes, you're right. Harry and Bert may be gone for good now, and I'll miss them very much. But I can still at least be glad that they've lived their lives to the fullest, and their work will carry on, even if it's under new management these days. Thanks, Edward.
Anytime. And with that, the two engines went to sleep for the night, looking forward to the future ahead.